Alright, this is Packet Tracer Activity 123, Observing Network Convergence. So we're going to add a new branch router and switch onto this network and observe the convergence through the CLI window and then also through simulation mode. So we've got an existing network here, and we've got the new branch that we want to connect. So we're going to connect new branch to headquarters and branch 1. So first we want to connect our serial ports. So we want the clocks, the DCE on HQ and branch 1. So we can put interface 000 on new branch to 011 on headquarters, and then 001 on new branch to 011 on branch 1. And now we need to go into here and configure the interfaces. So we will do interface 000 and the IP address is 172.16.3.218, and for that is /30. We'll put the 252, and then interface 001, IP address 172.16.3.221, 252. And I should have activated them, so I'll do that now. Interface serial 000. So now, if we look at it here, you can see that they're on. And they're connected, but now to get them to communicate, we're going to configure Eigrp and advertise the networks on there. So we are on so we just need to exit, go back to the out of the interface config, and then we would need to do router Eigrp3, and once we get into there we need to advertise our networks. So the first one is going to be 172.16.3. That's the 218 is in that network, but for a /30 that means the network address is going to be 216. And then we need to use the wildcard mask. And you can see once we did that, right away it's given us a neighbor adjacency, so you can tell Eigrp is working already. So let's do the next one, 16.3.221, which is a 220 is the network address. And you can see there we've got the new adjacency, so that one looks good. And then the last one is we need to set up Eigrp between the router and this switch. So it's FA0/0, so it's 3.161/27. So we'll advertise that network. 172.16.3, so that's going to be a 160 because it's a /27, and the wildcard mask is going to be .31. So once we've done that, they should be all converged. Let's see, so step 3, we're going to observe the network convergence in real time. We kind of already did that, just every time we were putting one in, it was showing us we were getting a new adjacency right here. So that's how you will see that in CLI. So after we've converged, we're going to shut down interface 0/0/0. Interface serial 000. And we're going to shut that down. And you can see administratively down, we've changed state to down, and the neighbor adjacency right here to 217, that link is also down. So that's what it looks like in CLI. So let's turn that back up. And now we're going to observe in simulation mode. So we'll click on simulation mode, and we want to just have Eigrp packets, which we've already got selected. Alright, so we need to go to our CLI interface on new branch, and we're going to shut down 001. So if we, and we'll do a shut there. So once we do that, we can do an auto capture play to start the simulation. And so you can see it's going up and coming down here to travel, since this link is now down. And so if we look at this, you can see the same thing is happening here. That interface is down, so it's now going through that new way to get there. So if we click auto capture, it'll pause for us. And you've got your packets all up here if you need to check those out. So now the next step is we're going to observe the effects of the interface being brought up. So I'm going to reset it here, and I'll start the auto capture, and then I'm going to bring this back up. Hopefully we can see it happen both at the same time here. So I'll enter the no shut command. And you can see, let's do that again. Let's do it step by step here. And you can see how it's now that neighbor adjacency is back up, and it can go ahead and send stuff across. And there we go. Now you can see it finally goes across that line, so everything is back and converged. There you go. That is network convergence, looking at it through the CLI and then watching it through the simulation mode. Thank you very much for watching.